Hey, thanks for joining me on this video. Today, I'm going to teach you something very important that every photographer and videographer should know. So let's get to it. All right, so this very important thing has to deal with a light stand. Not everyone knows how to operate it, and I'm going to teach you how. So the first thing you do, as you can see, there's twist locks all around here from top to bottom. And your light stand might even have a fastener all the way at the bottom of its legs. So the first step is to unfasten the twist lock for the base. This controls the base, controls how much of a spread you want it. You can go from a big spread like this, or you can go the opposite way and go for a small spread. It deals with like tight spaces, corners, wherever you are. Typically, people do a bigger spread if they're on set or on location, just so they get the maximum stability. You got your stud for your light stands, you could clamp that down, but I generally don't put a light stand until I'm knowing where I'm going to place my light stand and how I'm going to operate it. So typically, you start from top to bottom. Reason is why, because if you start from the bottom, I'm going to do it for you right there off the bat. Go like this, right? Go like this. And then let's say I can't even reach this anymore, right? So how I'm going to unfasten that. So that's the scenario. You don't want to go from bottom to top. So let's do it the right way. So top to bottom, there you go. I'm not gonna extend it all the way because I have such a small space. So let's just pretend it went to maximum height. Obviously, you would already have your light already mounted on there. So that's what I meant when, you extend your base, you know where you're gonna place it, then you put your light stand on there, and then you would extend the height. There is cases though, if you have a slim column at the very last, or the first, or yeah, the highest lever column right here. I try not to use it because it's so slim, as you can see. So I'll use a little bit of it just because sometimes I'll place heavier lights, but not at the maximum height availability. Or just in case something tips over, especially if you're outdoors and if you use soft boxes or umbrellas. This is more weaker in the stability of holding something instead of using these thicker columns. And that gives you a lot more endurance so it doesn't tip as easily. This is a air pressured light stand. I didn't even say this. It's didn't say the model. It's by Flashpoint. So you can see that model right there. I'll even put a link for it if you want this specific light stand. So the other bonus of this light stand, not many light stands have this, a removable stud. You can remove this, and it has a 1/4 and 3/8. So put that there so you guys can see it. So you can place it, let's say you have a light or an accessory that has 3/8, so you can put that on there, and you can reverse it so you can do that kind of mounting on there. So the other thing that I was gonna tell you is the very bottom twist lock right here. you can loosen that up. And what that does is, let's say for instance you want to get your light stand taller or shorter, going down more in this kind of spread for the base, you can loosen that up and then loosen the base twist lock. And then what they'll do is, I don't know if you saw that, but it lowers the light stand completely. Do that correctly. Put that up there. There we go. So I'll lower the light stand. Wish I could show you, like I have a wider lens, but yeah, just pretend this is on the ground and right there. So you can essentially bring that down to the ground and it'll be this kind of spread of the base. Now if you want the opposite, to rise it, do that, loosen it, play, and then there you go. Then you'll have a taller height availability, and in that lower spread for those tight corners or just small spaces overall. But yes, if you have this twist lock at the very bottom of your light stand, I generally, when I'm teaching people how to use a light stand overall, I don't mention this because it's in extreme cases. 90 to 95% of the time, you won't use this overall unless it's in extreme cases. Like I mentioned about narrow spaces or just tight corners that you're placing your light stand on. Most of the time I just tell them not to fiddle with it. But yeah, that's all there is to this video. I just wanted to pass on the knowledge because this is the way I was taught how to use a light stand. So that way you can know how to use a light stand wherever you are and you don't look like a complete fool. So hopefully that helped, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.